Hello, this is Chaff Commander Coffee, back with another episode of Dominions4, Thrones of Ascension. Now I want to actually start by apologising in this episode. I was midway through recording the last turn, the start of summer, and there was an interruption and it corrupted the video file, so unfortunately I lost that turn. So I'm going to try and quickly just go over it. Nothing particularly interesting happened. The most interesting thing that did happen was a number of battles, but they were all other nations fighting. They were all battles that my scouts saw. I will go over the state of the map, but we'll just go through the messages first. So I swapped my research to enchantment. We just finished construction 6, and I want to now go towards flaming arrows as well as terracotta army, so I can get both of those now working. We're still casting site searching, so we'll take a quick look at that. None of the site searching worked, which is unfortunate. We are summoning various different things this turn, more devils, filling up on imps. I'm creating more of these clockwork smiths. I'll go over them since the last episode I summoned my first one, so I will just go and show them off as well. There was a proclamation from Moknos. Linos the hero shall be known as the prophet of Ramez. So Linos the hero who won the first arena deathmatch, is now the prophet of Moknos as well, so we have even more reason to try and kill him. Our blood hunters found quite a large number of blood slaves this turn. I think we found just shy of 100 blood slaves, so we are now on 400 blood slaves. So I'm going to quickly go over my provinces. Unrest is quite well, it's very high in Duvan, actually, very high. It's because I was moving commanders around and I had no one patrolling here. So I am going to now set Perseus here to start patrolling. Mexico, only 13 unrest, so we're going to continue there. Brightgate, no unrest, we shall continue there. Same with Saltnoham, we are going to actually start blood hunting again. And we also have blood hunting in Epernia, where there is 14 unrest, so I think this one wizard can carry on. In fact, I may now move another wizard there, or train another wizard to move into Epernia. I may do that. It is a 7,000 population province. Even Exobothia has actually grown in population quite a lot as well. So I may now have to start getting more level 1 wizards to start blood hunting in more provinces. Bakar's even got quite a lot, and I have built a laboratory in Bakar, so I am going to have to move some wizards there on top of that. And I think we can start blood hunting in Syria as well. So yes, blood hunting is becoming quite it's quite micromanagey. As soon as I get strong enough patrols in all the provinces where I am blood hunting, where I never need to worry about it, no problem. But until then, I do need to just keep an eye on it. So yes, back to the messages before I scroll through all my commanders. An unexpected event has occurred in one actually occurred in Tunnels of the Lost. So yes, we will first look at the battle in the Tunnels of the Lost. I believe this was just my army. The province defense was a bunch of Zots, and so they got a first attack against my cavemen. However, the goblins quickly make short work of the Zots, and yes, I can't imagine this command will last very long. No, he's dead. So yes, Emeralds are losers, another province in the underground. We don't take too many casualties. Not really. So the unexpected event in the Tunnels of the Lost was that a very ill omen was seen. Rumours of it have spread through the entire province. 14 units have been cursed, plus 3 misfortune. So this was a really bad event to get. I will look through my commanders now to see if any of them are cursed. I'm quite happy that none of my commanders got cursed, but 14 of my units are cursed, and I'm not going to check through to find which ones, but just to keep that in mind, we do have quite a few cursed units. Now, since we are just about to finish off Emozar's land in the underground, I am going to start moving this scout back. However, I will keep a scout on the throne here. And this army is going to just continue and take Gilad Caverns. I don't think they'll be able to stop us, so no worries there. Let's continue with the messages. There was an unexpected event in Expothia. The nest of an Amphisbaena, or Amphisbaena, was found, wherein lay some magical gems, 2 air gems and 3 water gems. 3 gems? One of my scouts was attacked and died over here. Yeah, there was no way he was getting out of that, so unfortunately we did lose a scout over there. The number of scouts I have in the east is dropping due to this war, but they are allowing me to discover some battles, so it's quite useful. We will keep recruiting more, and make some more sacred units as well. Yes, we'll do that too. And we killed some brigands. So, on with the turn. I have a lot more of these Paramount Pontifexes to work with. However, I do need to start giving them Boots of Youth, because the Boots of Youth will allow them to stop aging. It won't cure them of their old age, we still need to get further blood magic to do that. However, by stopping them from aging, it will make it take a lot longer for them to gain afflictions. Now, I did get most of these level 2 blood mages to create Boots of Youth last turn. We may make even more, but we're going to carry on binding devils for sure. And for now, I'm going to just set these guys to research. Solv was moving to claim the throne of the sun, so that's what he will be doing. And this priest was moving into the underground to build a temple on over here, where we are creating palisades. I have another Pontifex over here, Pontifex there. Ah, this mage is unable to cast augury anymore. Oh, he can cast it in the Tunnels of the Lost. See, he's able to cast it as we take more provinces, so he will keep casting it as much as he can. Right, so it just seems to be Pontifexes now. So I have one Pontifex here who is currently carrying 1 heavy cavalry. He's going to take these Sacred Goblins as well, and he's going to move towards Golden Range. Just so that I have more top level wizards around there. Also, he has Blood 3, so he can now start to cast Infernal Promotion to promote some of my devils into commanders, and they should be able to command many more demons than my wizards are able to. Also, if I promote the Shadow Fiend that I bound into a commander, he may be an assassin. If he isn't an assassin naturally, we can turn him into an assassin by forging a blood item. So we will be making him an assassin some way or another. So we have one more Pontifex in Duvan, who I was moving to Bakar because he is a Fire 3 Pontifex, which makes him very useful. He can cast Terracotta Army and summon a lot of Terracotta soldiers. So I'm going to start giving them Boots of Youth as well. So this one is going to be getting Boots of Youth. He will stop aging now. Completely stop aging. Badawi is going to get Boots of Youth. He's one of my heroes and one of my only air mages as well. Now, Akili here is actually forging me Dwarven Hammers, so although I would like to give him, or he was forging Dwarven Hammers, or he will be now, he was creating these Clockwork Smiths. Now, the first one I made spawned with fire and earth magic, which is the same magic you need to create them. Whereas this one has now spawned with just Earth Magic 1. So, I believe they have random magic paths. I'm not sure what kind of it. They might just get Fire and Earth, but It makes me think that you can get 2 earth or 2 fire on these clockwork smiths. But I can now have this clockwork smith create more clockwork smiths. So yes, we're going to create a few of these. I'm going to have Akili craft my first dwarven hammer. And he's then going to equip the dwarven hammer and craft more dwarven hammers. I'm going to get as many as we can, hopefully. Can Badawi cast augury? He can cast it on the Throne of Ascension, so yes, I will get him to do that. In fact, I can get some of my wizards. I can get my wizard in Epernia here. I'm going to have him cast Bowl of Blood to make up for the new provinces that I've captured. I may get another wizard to do it as well. I'm going to get one of these wizards to cast Bowl of Blood. He's going to cast it on Syria, which is a bit pointless, but I'll get another one to cast one on Underspring. So yes, we're going to cast Bowl of Blood a few times to keep on site searching. We do have one mage casting Haruspex. Once I get a few more dwarven hammers, he will be equipping a dwarven hammer and forging some more thistle maces for us. So I can have all of my Lion Tribe Witch Doctors cast Haruspex around my empire to try to find us more nature sites. I do want to recruit another Lion Tribe Witch Doctor. I think 2 of them casting Haruspex and then moving on to forge nature items should be fine. But I do want a spare one lying around, perhaps in Lilithor, just crafting nature items. So yes, I will recruit another Lion Tribe Witch Doctor in Golem range. I think I had a few units recruiting, yes, there's a bunch of archers here. There's a unit of archers to go with this force, I think. It doesn't really matter, we are going to be filling up all the forces if possible. We did get some more imps, which were to go here. Now I'm going to need to get a lot more flaming helmets if I want to start mass summoning demons, which we do want to do. You can be given some boots of youth as well. You have boots of youth. You have boots of earth, but you need them. Right, I think that's everything. Now we do have some boots of youth spare, which is good, but I would like some more. But I only need as many as I have my top level wizards. Oh, sorry about that. I also I did forge my first lightless lantern as well, which is another item that boosts research at the cost of the wizard. It's tainted, just like the imp, so eventually these wizards will get horror marked and die, but they are providing me 23 research until they do, so yes, very useful. Very useful, and I will be forging a lot more of them as I get clockwork smiths with dwarven hammers. They can forge lightless lanterns for 2 gems, 2 fire gems, and I produce 19 fire gems per month. So I will be forging as many lightless lanterns as I can get, really, and just giving them to my low-level wizards to boost my research. So yes, that will be very, very good. Very good indeed. Now, I think that might be it for this turn. Aside from spending gold on new wizards, but my wizards will take a few turns to recruit, being the high level versions. So I have 2 boots of youth in the treasury. I could forge another. How many Paramount Pontifexes could I train? I could get one recruiting in Saltnaham. Actually, that cuts into my holy points. I can recruit them elsewhere. Let's recruit one in Lilithor. Let's recruit one in Duvan. And recruit one in Mexico, I think. Maybe Nom. Nom seems to be a place where I'm going to be doing a lot of magic item forging. So I could I could focus my forging in Nom, which would be good. And if one of them spawns here with Fire Magic 3, I can move them to Bakar to create terracotta soldiers. So yes, I will be doing that as well. So we're getting a total of 3 Paramount Pontifexes, and we only have 2 Boots of Youth. So I will need to craft 1 more Boots of Youth in advance. Now I do still have plenty of blood slaves, and I would like to, so say these wizards here, I will get them to forge. And now the 5 cost blood items I'm not too bothered about forging particularly efficiently, given that, well, blood slaves I have so many of. No, I'm not too fussed with that. Ah, the Bloodthorn, yes. We're going to want some Bloodthorns. Yes, we are. The Hell Sword. Partial life drain. Ah. Interesting. So this is like the Wraith Sword. Up to 5 HP of damage will yield a life drain benefit. And it also gives them fatigue points as well. Interesting. So yes, this is the item I will be giving to the Fiend if he is not an assassin naturally. This will make him an assassin. So yes, I can use blood magic to make assassins, and if I can make shadow demons into assassins, they may prove to be quite effective for not too costly. I may make some blood pendants actually. Having some blood pendants lying around could be quite useful for boosting the range of blood rituals. So I will forge. I'll forge 2 blood pendants, just like the flame focus staves. I forged 2 of them for the purpose of casting augury. I will forge 2 of the blood pendants for the same reason, really. The same reason. Now, I'm sure... Yes. Ophaleth got the pentagram, which boosts blood ritual range. Now, with the pendants, that means I could get a total of 4 province range boost to my blood rituals. So I would be able to cast blood rituals from Ophaleth anywhere in my kingdom, and possibly anywhere on my borders as well. So I think I will also be moving a mage to Ophaleth to build a lab here when possible. So I may, in fact I'm going to move this mage here to do it. He will do that next turn, since I can't actually create terracotta soldiers just yet, and I also need to forge more flaming helmets, so that will be necessary too. Right. That should definitely be the end of the turn now. So yes, we're starting to amass more powerful wizards. More powerful wizards. Now, given that the first video of summer, or the first part anyway that I was doing, did get corrupted, I may just finish doing summer and then end the episode there. So let's carry on. We have done lots of site searching, and unfortunately it doesn't look like we have found anything. No, we did not find anything. Still capturing many blood slaves, which is good, although I will quickly go over the provinces again just to make sure we're not over, and we do seem to be over blood hunting everywhere except Mexico. Mexico is fine. We can blood hunt that forever, and apparently it does not matter. We can stop blood hunting in the capital though. That is going a bit far. Now I believe, yes you can cast augury, yes you can. Right. Anyway, carried on binding devils. We created a new clockwork smith, We got another level 1 smith. I mean, they can do research, so they're not useless. The level 1 smiths especially, they actually have quite a lot of items they can craft with just one earth magic. So like the armor of knights, for example, they can craft that. They can craft girdles of might. These are pretty useful items too. In a pinch, lodestones aren't terrible, lodestone amulets. So yes, there are multiple ways that these are made more useful. Smashers have a niche use, but it is very useful. Not sure about these. Might equip assassins with main gauches of parrying, but it's not a priority. The midget masher is interesting. Now gate cleavers, I do want to get a couple of gate cleavers, but it requires earth magic level 2. Shields of soft earth are not bad as well. So yeah, there's plenty of items we can craft with earth magic 1, which we can make use of. So I'm not disappointed with getting these earth 1 clockwork smiths. But I do want to keep summoning them, because I'm hoping to get an earth 2 version. If I get an earth 2 version of these, that would be awesome. If I could get another just fire 1, that would be good as well, because they can forge firebrands and charcoal shields and shields of ore and things like that. So yes, the 1 fire, 1 earth is very useful as well. It's very useful as well. I don't think Badawi can actually cast augury anymore. No, he can't. So he's now free from casting augury for the time being. I don't know quite what I want to do with him instead. We will come back to that. Let's carry on with the messages. Proclamation from Nafskabos. Themis, the Shadow Lord, shall hereby be known as the Prophet of Annabelle. They seem to be going through prophets quite fast. There were 2 battles. This was the final province owned by Emozar in the underground. It did have a slight garrison, but I believe it is far too weak to actually cause that much of a threat to my men. These black marauders are Avite giant raiders by the looks of it. They're very effective at pillaging. So they're sort of like lightly armored raiders. Not bad, but my mass of archers will be more than a match for them. Yep, the caveman runs away, and we mow them down with arrow fire. Yes. Very simple. We lost 1 caveman and a hunter. So yes, the underground has been quelled. We now own all of the underground. Which is good. The underground is now safe and secure, and we can start thinking about creating a force to take this throne. But I think I'll worry about that later. This throne is relatively secure. I don't need to worry about capturing this for a long time. Although there is one throne we do need to capture this turn, and that is the throne of the sun. So I'm just going to have Solve claim the throne right now. And I'm also going to increase the province defense here to... Now this may be another good place for a fort, because this has heavy cavalry as well. Although its resources are currently being taken by Duvan, so it may not be necessary. But yes, we will claim the fort, the throne. It's going to be good. We'll get even more fire gems. We'll have 22 fire gems per month. Oh man, 22 fire gems. It's really hard to spend fire gems quickly as well. I mean, I already have 152 again, and I've cast Fate of Oedipus, which costs 75 fire gems. I've cast that this game as well, and I still have 152 fire gems by year 5, which is it's just crazy. It is absolutely crazy. An unexpected event has occurred in Valgard. A local sect has flourished. Their leader preaches that labor is for the wicked. -2 Dominion, 3 plus to their sloth, and -5 resources. Now Valgard was providing resources to my capital, so losing resources here is quite annoying. We already have a sloth Dominion, so that doesn't really matter. But losing Dominion is annoying as well. So not a good event. Not a good event. There was another event in Uzid Yazran where a treasure has been found, and I always like it when treasure gets found. 421 gold, 2 fire gems, 1 air gem, 2 water gems, and 2 earth gems, as well as a vine whip. So yes, good event, very good event. And we killed many filthy brigands, including AC4 in Mexico. Really chopping through those brigands. Right, on with the turn. Now I have a lot of Pontifexes in training, the paramount ones. I have 1 training in Nom, 1 training in Duvan, and 1 training in Lilithal. So I want to use my gold for other purposes this turn. I'm going to build a lab to make use of this pentagram here, which boosts blood ritual range. And I feel when I combine that with the blood pendant, the blood ritual range, I may find a use for having that much range on my rituals. It might even be worth building a fort in both of these provinces, just so they can train their own wizards. But I don't think I'll be sending too many wizards to either of these. Just maybe, say, a couple of high-level blood mages to Ophalef and a couple of high-level fire mages to Bakar. So that's the plan anyway. We are going to spend a lot of this gold this turn though. We do need to move this priest down. Still building palisades and such. So we won't be spending any in the underground. And I don't believe we need to spend any gold here in Golem range. Research. Alright, I'm going to just reorder these men slightly. Yes, that's better. You have room for about 30 more soldiers in this force. The forces are filling up. We have a very sizable force in Golem range. We have a very sizable army indeed. And quite a few demons as well, and now the demon numbers are really growing. We have 18 devils, which when you bloodlust them, they get 18 strength. They're actually quite dangerous. Especially since they can just fly onto your back line and kill your commanders. So what I'm going to do with Ridwani here is that because he has 3 blood magic, we are going to cast the ritual spell Infernal Promotion, and he is going to cast Infernal Promotion on this Fiend of Darkness. And we're going to have a look, see what the Fiend of Darkness can do for us when he is a commander. Right, Muhadini, I think you were crafting, you were forging some things. Now, since I think we have our we have our first dwarven hammer available now, so I'm going to equip that on the Paramounts on Pontifex who can craft dwarven hammers, and he's going to craft more. Going to craft more dwarven hammers because we're going to need dwarven hammers to forge lots of other things. Now, my earth gem income is plummeting. It is plummeting, which is worrying. But we have many of my provinces left to site search for earth sites, so hopefully we find some more earth sites. If not, that may mean that I have to just switch my production from earth items and summoning clockwork smiths to fire items. I don't think I will summon another smith after this one. will slow down on the smith summoning. But they can be useful for researching when they're not crafting items for me. And they won't die, they're robots. They have 1,200 years before they fall apart. So I think we can rely on the clockwork smiths as temporary wizards. Temporary wizards until I can outfit them properly to craft items. So I have a few of these level 2, all of these commanders here. I think they're going to move towards the chambers underneath. They're not currently consuming any supplies due to Eurystheus here providing 170. So yes, I think I'm going to move them towards the chambers underneath, just to act as a buffer against Emazar if they decide to try and retaliate. My scout is just going to wait there. And I have these two mages who are not currently busy. What can you do? I think I want both of them to just forge lightless lanterns. To make use of some of my fire gems. We shall provide these inferior pontifexes with lightless lanterns, and they will be eaten by void monsters, but only after they provide me a decent amount of research. So yes, still going for enchantment 4, and we should spend the rest of the treasury before we end the turn. Now I am going to take a look at mercenaries again. I have been forgetting about mercenaries. But I'm mostly looking for mercenaries that have useful magical abilities. Now, I think the Celestial Apostates, I think their commander has magic, but I'm not sure what magic. So I don't want to recruit him without knowing, or having even a vague guess. If I had to guess, I'd say Celestial and Air, perhaps, but... Astral and Air, sorry, but I'm not sure, so I shan't pay so much gold for a commander I'm not sure about. So we shall use the gold instead to produce 2 more of these Paramount Sun Pontifex, I think, since we have just enough gold to recruit 2. So yes, I'm going to recruit 1 in Mexico, and I will also recruit 1 in Golem range. So we're going to be getting a lot of Paramount Sun Pontifex, and given that we are going to be recruiting 2 more, we're going to need 2 more Boots of Youth as well. So we'll get them crafted now as well. Let's just select 2 of my characters here who forge me Boots of Youth. And again, I'm not too bothered about using blood slaves to forge items because they're so plentiful. If I had some water mages, I'd start using up these water gems, because Construction 6 gives you access to water bracelets, and water bracelets are the first step to entering a path of increasing your water power exponentially. So by having a water 1 mage with Construction 6, you can make him a water 2 mage, and then a water 2 mage can summon a commander who has water magic 2. You give a water bracelet to the water magic 2 commander, he has water magic 3, he can create a robe of the sea, which is water magic 3, which makes him water magic 4, etc, etc. A lot of magic paths have something similar to that. I think death magic's the easiest to explain aside from water. They're both quite straightforward. It's a case of just crafting a booster, summoning something with the booster, and then equipping that with the booster to then create a better booster or summon a better creature. So yeah, it's sort of a scale of power as you go down the tree. So we can do that with by summoning Arc Devils as well. I think the Arc Devils are actually quite powerful fire and blood mages. So having both strong fire and blood magic on the same character may open up new spells to us. So yes, blood magic after enchantment, I think. Possibly a bit of conjuration, maybe conjuration 3 for Phoenix power, but after that, definitely blood magic for sure. Blood magic for sure. Right. that will be the end of this turn and the end of this episode. I'm sorry again for missing that the start of summer. Again, it was mostly just battles on the border between our neighbours, and they're really just exchanging land. I mean, Farwald is being destroyed, that's for sure. Farwald is definitely being destroyed. But Emelzar and Modi just seem to be trading lands over and over again between each other, but neither seems to be gaining the upper hand just yet. If I had to bet, I would say Modi will probably come out top though. But as we move into early fall, we claim yet another throne of Ascension. We have claimed the most powerful throne of Ascension in Valanis. The level 3 throne, the Throne of the Sun, which is going to help our Dominion dramatically. So, Sodnoham continues to increase in power. Valanis should watch out. Solv is certainly realizing his ambitions on the world, and if no one rises to stop him, he may even claim the mantle of Pantocrator. So yes, we will continue this campaign next episode. It's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.